It can't be mild.
Yeah.
Make sure it's full send.
Okay. Gotta dive all the way in.
If you're going to do it right.
Fair. All right. Welcome, everyone. Leo, my dude. 1-0. Next. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to dive into, obviously, your experience. And I can see the look on your face, and you're like, I'm speechless, because I could feel the intensity. I could feel the excitement through the TV. All right. We're gonna dive into your just overall fan experience. Then we'll dive into the game and break it down from there. This is Show Some Huss podcast with Leo and Donny. This is kind of a rare one. We thought Banner and Ring Night deserved its own podcast. Most podcasts will have 2, 3, 4 maybe games on them, but this one is special. You ready for this, buddy?
My man, I'm so excited.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Let's bring it in. Alrighty, Donnie. So I'm taking the train last night to Banner Night, Ring Night,
Bling bling.
Laker losing night, whatever you want to call it, man.
Yeah.
But before I get on the train, I'm kind of waiting there, and I'm getting there, early.
Yeah.
And before we board, I'm waiting for 5-10 minutes. This older gentleman, I say older gentleman because he looks like Doc from Back to the Future. So, call me Marty McFly now.
Yeah.
But he walks up, we start talking, come to find out he's going to meet his significant other, just like I'm going to meet April. This is his first time on the train. And I'm like, dude, the train's awesome, man. The train's so great. So we board the train, and the whole time, 30-minute ride, this older guy is just telling me stories about the Nuggets and his obsession with their play, and he's just so excited that he's waited so long for
Yeah.
It was just so cool to hear his appreciation of the team, and he was just excited. But he was...
There's so many people who have waited for this.
Oh, I know.
It
was just amazing.
Yeah. It's just, it's funny to me because, Laker fans just don't understand when we, have a little moment and talk a little trash. And
Yeah.
it's like, we have never, ever had this opportunity. You guys have gone through generations of amazing players. This team is maybe one of the most exciting teams in Colorado sports, in history.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love the Broncos and I love the Avs, but I think the longer, what is it? The time makes the heart grow fonder. Is that a thing?
Time away.
Yeah, something like that. Or
I don't know.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder. I don't know. But the point is
Yeah.
just how long it took and how many times we got to the Western Conference Finals. And got so close,
Yes. We were always there. And then we weren't.
Yeah, we were on the cusp. And it was just it was a tease.
And now we are it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the target. Man. All right, so Leo, last night, you got to take a little trip down to Ball Arena with April O'Neil. And I'm assuming you had a good time?
Donnie, saying I had a good time is like saying the ocean is damp. It was a night I'll never forget.
That was incredible. I felt special watching it on my couch. I can't imagine being in a seat.
Oh, man, it was so awesome, especially getting to experience it with April. The whole thing, man, it was just the energy walking up, walking in. We got there at separate times, so that was kind of weird, but we sat down and we got to watch all of warm-ups. Just the feeling of the fans, the tension, hey, this is about to be something special. And in fact, as the ceremony finally started, man, it felt like it was an eternity. But when it finally got started, the lady next to me, she bumps into me. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just think I'm gonna cry." And I was like, "I'm right there with you. I'm like 4 tears deep." So here we go.
Leo making friends at the game.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
It looked amazing, man.
It
looked incredible when they announced, each player. Jamal comes out and he does the blue arrow. I got shivers, man.
If you don't love Jamal Murray, you don't love basketball.
I know, dude. The guy's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
He had a great night, and we'll get into that. But
when he threw that fist in the air with his ring, dude, I lost it.
Dude.
I lost it.
Dude, I'm getting shivers right now talking about it.
Yeah. I'm there.
Well, most important question, though. Did you bring us 2 of those very nicely made rings?
Oh.
No.
Man, I'm so sorry. I left my spare 100K at home that night. To quote the great Kevin Hart, I got a checking and a savings, and just to transfer that money is a kind of a deal.
I mean, looking at some of those rings, man, I don't even know if 100K would cover half of it.
Do you see how they slide out?
Yeah. You could like hide rings inside of the ring.
Dude, I looked at April and I was like, is that real? Or is that like just for the show? And she's like, what do you think, idiot? And I'm like, oh, okay, my bad.
Screw the ring of power. Give me that ring.
Dude, I agree. And then, obviously the personalization of each one was just so, it was iconic.
Yeah.
And it was just, and those rings, people brag about, rocks or, those things are like continents. Oh my gosh, dude, it was like a pregame lift. It was like a workout. I'm like, fellas, you're going to get tired. Put your arms down. Take those things off. Hand them off. We got a game to play. We can't be doing a lifting sesh before our game. Like, let's go.
Did you see Jamal joking about playing with it in the first quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone asked the Joker, because he ties his wife's ring to his, he's like, you gonna tie this one to your shoe? And he's like, not a bad deal, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
But he's like, those things are a little heavy.
Yeah.
It's like fair.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
A few too many carrots.
Yeah. It's, man, it was just, and to me, they deserve every little bit of them.
Yeah, every single one of them.
My favorite, though, I got to be honest with you, Donny, was seeing AG.
Yeah.
His speech, of course, it was great. It was amazing, iconic. Just leaning up on the podium.
Dude, that was hilarious.
Hey.
Yeah. Clearly, they need to make a bigger podium for basketball players.
I know, right? I know. Yeah, it was like a little Tykes.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And got to give it up to the light show people. They did an amazing job. It was so cool, man. We all had the wristbands lighting up and stuff, just like we had for game one, for the finals. It was so cool.
Yeah, I posted that. I didn't get the whole thing because she sent it on Snapchat, but April O'Neil sent me the banner like going up, and she was like singing "We Are the Champions."
Oh,
it was amazing.
Oh man,
she told me she's gonna send me the whole thing, and I'll post that to our Instagram.
Listening to her sing, man, that was probably one of the best parts of the night.
I bet, dude.
Oh, we were just jamming.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Watching all the fellas touch it before it went up, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so special.
Yeah, let's dive into this game.
Let's talk.
All right, let's talk.
I'm not happy.
Yeah. So Leo and I got together tonight, and we immediately kind of just had, I wouldn't say opposite, but just kind of slightly different feelings about this game. And I'll let you go first.
Well, man, and here's the thing. I need to take into consideration that it's game one. MPJ did not get any time in the preseason. Coach Malone is going to and has been dealing with a lot in his life that is way bigger than basketball. For sure. And I know that for a fact, obviously, he's a professional. He will be the stud coach that he's been. But at the same time, man, it's just like, I also need to realize all those things before I say my frustrations. Yeah. I'm concerned about Christian Brown. I don't feel like he's playing up to his potential. I feel like he's playing scared. And that's my frustration, is because he's such a good hooper. I feel like he's hesitating, and he's playing like he thinks he deserves to be on the bench. And he doesn't. Yeah. I mean, obviously our starting five's incredible. But CB deserves to be there, and I just hope he starts playing like it.
Yeah, and like you said, first game.
Exactly. Obviously MPJ did not shoot well. Yeah. But bright side, double-double.
Yeah.
Boarded very well, which obviously shows effort.
A lot of people don't talk about how important rebounding is.
Yeah.
Especially defensive rebounding. When you're limiting teams to one shot, it sounds so fundamental, and it is fundamental. But you're literally reducing their risk of scoring and increasing your chances of winning. It's statistics.
I agreed. Something else I didn't like is when Jokic was not on the floor, I don't feel like we're doing enough to create shots for Jamal. He needs to touch it every time. Yeah. When he's the one that's on the floor.
Yeah, I agree. When we rotate and only one of them's out there, the offense needs to run through them.
He doesn't have to shoot it.
No.
He needs to touch it.
He creates chaos. And that opens up guys. I don't mind MPJ shooting threes. I prefer ones that are wide open.
Yeah.
Or at least he's got a step or two on a guy. So, and Jamal can do that.
Yeah.
Same with Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And exactly. So that was a frustration of mine from last night. And again, game one, I know.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see a little Strother action.
I was going to ask you about that.
And I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
I see why. There's a strategy behind it. I get it. But as a fan, I wanted to see it.
Yeah, no rookies.
No.
Yeah.
No. And if that's a statement, then it's a statement. If it's a strategy, it's a strategy. I don't care. I'm not questioning anybody.
Yeah.
I just would have liked to see it as a fan because he's such a fun guy to watch.
Yeah, he's electric.
I thought Nikola played well. I thought his shooting he just was kind of off and goofy, but a lot of second chance opportunities, which he took advantage of.
Yeah.
A frustration of mine defensively, and this is not on no one specific. Every time LeBron James decides to go to the basket, it's 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Or at least, statistically, it's 1 point, right?
Yeah.
He'll get to the line. And he's a good free throw shooter, but you're right. It's a high percentage game.
So we gotta stop that. AD killed it in the first half. What were his second half numbers like?
Big fat goose egg.
Yeah. So I give credit where credit's due to our defense, which I'm complaining about right now, and Coach Malone and his staff for making adjustments at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah. And I felt that there were moments in the game. We started that game hot.
I didn't feel that way. We did.
I felt that way. And maybe that's because I wasn't engulfed in the emotion of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think watching it on TV gave me a bit of a different feel. I just never panicked. And
Yeah.
maybe, I think it just felt like when the starting five was in there, it was about how many points are we going to score and how much is this league going to grow rather than us being concerned of defeat. But then it was when the rotation started that concerned me.
Okay.
And I felt I know this is how it felt. I'm not saying this is how it was. This is how it felt. When the starting five was in there, it was almost like it was too easy. It was like they got bored. And then they would let up. And, LeBron would get, 2 buckets in a row. Anthony Davis would hit one, whatever. And I'm just like, if these guys can focus for every single second they're out there, every time we rotate in players, we'll have at least a 10-point lead. I just felt that way.
That's very comfortable.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points in the NBA.
And maybe I'm still on a high from last year where, in the playoffs, man, once we got past Phoenix, I was comfortable in, every game.
Me too.
Yeah.
Phoenix was the only one that I was concerned about.
Yeah.
I wasn't concerned about anything, even the finals after that. I was like, it should be.
It's just about how many games does it take for us to win it.
Because when we got to Phoenix, Giannis was out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's go.
Yep. Giannis and, we've talked about that in the past. That'd be an amazing finals.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, man. I think this year it's going to be a green team from the East that's going to be in the finals.
Yes.
They will lose it, but I think there will be a green team. I don't know which green team, but it'll be a green team.
I could not agree more.
You had an opportunity. You're really good at analyzing the game from an objective.
Well, I think, it's easier to take notes when you're on the couch. When I looked through the first quarter, the most obvious stood out to me. The intelligence of Joker. It's absurd.
He's by himself, man.
Yeah, there was that one play where someone lobbed it to him. They came to double him, but the lob was kind of off. It was a little high. Mm-hmm. And he reaches over and he tips it up. The other two guys collide, and then he grabs it and scores. And I'm like, okay. It's just so, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this guy just the luckiest human on the planet?
Every game he's lucky, man.
Exactly. I'm like, it can't be luck at this point.
No.
It's
the expectation, and that's what's frustrating, man. When he doesn't have a triple-double, I'm like, he kind of played bad.
For real. He had what, 11 boards? Or no, 11 assists, 27 points, and 14 boards?
I was going to say 13, but I think you're right.
Yeah, it was in there. He had a solid triple-double. And, he hit some very timely threes. There were some moments that frustrated me.
For sure.
Yeah, you want to talk about CB? Yeah, there was 2 plays that I can remember where I felt like he either jumped too early before even getting the ball, and it was like he was afraid of being blocked. And that was not the CB we saw last year. Last year he was composed. He relied. Yes, is he as big as Anthony Davis? No. But, when he cut to the basket last year, he just didn't care.
I expect him to bam on AD.
Same.
Give him the business. Let's go.
And I felt like he just... the guy's young. Of course, he's on social media. He's probably seen all summer long, he's going to be the quote-unquote fill in for Bruce Brown, which I feel like is unfair and just not realistic. But he is going to be a big piece of this team. And so maybe there was just a little bit of like pressure on himself. Because I agree with you. I don't think he played to his potential, but there were moments I was like when he blocked LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. Like, every single one of our guys has redeeming qualities. I look around the league sometimes and I'm like, oof, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikesers.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But all of our guys it's a hustle thing.
Yeah.
They show some hustle, dude.
They did.
I mean, Zeke Naji grabbing a couple blocks in the preseason games, and he's trying to get some decent minutes, and he's working hard.
Yeah.
CB, did not play up to his potential, gives LeBron the ball back.
Yeah.
On the block. It's just, yeah. I'm not worried. I don't think either of us are worried about his play. It was just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You deserve to be here. Play like it.
Yeah. So let's. I'm gonna run down. I'm gonna throw the four bench guys that got serious minutes on you.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a quick fire.
You want a game grade?
If you want, yeah. Give me a grade, and then
Okay.
give me some conversation on their performance.
Okay.
Let's start with Peyton Watson.
For what I expect from him, I give him a C.
Yeah.
He
did his job.
Yeah. I'd like to see more production, but I expect perfection from everyone. No. Yeah, a C for him.
Yeah.
He played well, defended well, had his hands up. Offensively, I don't remember much, but I don't expect to remember much from his offense this season, and that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, he hit a 3. I give him a C minus.
Why do you give him a C minus?
I agree with you. I think he came in. He did what we needed. If you strive for perfection, took some bad offensive shots. And
Took 3 shots total.
yeah, and a lot of me just is being judgmental in that sense. However, I do prefer a guy that is not afraid to shoot over a guy who's scared to shoot.
As a coach, as a basketball fan, you want to have a squad where everyone is expected to be the guy. You're expected to want to score. You're expected to be hungry. You're not expected to actually do it for everyone. Not everyone's expected to actually do it, but everyone needs to be ball ready. And we have a team that is like that, I think. You made a good point. CB, it's maybe not necessarily that he struggled, it's just that he was overthinking it.
I really do, man.
Was over the... he wasn't letting the game come to him.
Yeah, and I think what's funny about that is he was not like that in the finals last year.
No.
It was a big stage. Like I said to you, I don't think that those rookies got time because it was like a finals game. You tell me, the energy felt like a finals game.
Yeah, it did. Dude, I just couldn't believe how unimpressive Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent were. Like,
Gabe Vincent was terrible.
Give it up to our defense,
Yeah.
I guess. And and in game one, but it was a game.
Yeah.
And they played. And I felt like it went exactly how I think all of us expected it to go.
Yeah. Agreed.
We all wanted to win by 20. What did we win by? Was it 12?
12, yeah.
Yeah.
Zeke Naji.
Sometimes I'm like, bro, do you know what we're doing? Do you know that we're playing? And I know it's not like that, but it feels that way sometimes. Other times I'm like, this guy might be the best guy on the floor. So Naji is my roller coaster. We're going to go with a C minus.
Okay.
Average, a little bit below average. I'm expecting big things from him.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go with the C minus too, and I don't really have much to add. It just felt like sometimes I just feel soft.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're so big. Bully ball
Moment. Mentality, man.
But like, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
Nonetheless, potential's there, and frankly, we need him. So I want to have faith in him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he missed a free throw. That's not forgotten.
Yeah.
We did not shoot the ball well from the free throw line.
No. Reggie Jackson.
Here I am, eating my words, eating crow.
I don't know if you're eating your words, man. I don't think that was expected, and I don't know if we can expect that for the rest of the year.
Props to Mike for not playing him at all last year because to not mess up the flow of the squad. Comes out game 1, Colorado kid.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Bangs out 2 threes.
Yeah.
Drops LeBron.
Yeah.
And
he stomped on his foot.
Stomped all over his foot. All over it.
I do not care.
Which I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was great, man. I give Reggie Jackson a B+.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Dude, he scored 8 points.
Yeah. I mean,
that's more than our last 2 guys combined.
I bet if you asked him what one of his favorite moments in his NBA career is, it's probably hitting that buzzer beater at, was it the first quarter, first half?
Yeah.
I mean, that was sweet. Pump fakes the guy goes flying by, takes one dribble to the side, buries it right at the buzzer.
Yeah. He didn't shoot great, but he didn't shoot terrible. It was 38%. We don't want that necessarily, but it was,
Yeah, and to do that on a night you get a ring for the hometown team.
Yeah.
To do it for your hometown, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that his potential is peaked. What we see from him is what we're going to get, right? Now, we talk about like Gillespie. Gillespie has a higher ceiling. We just haven't seen it yet, right? It's not tapped. That's why I still have unsure feelings of who is going to be that backup to Murray.
Fair. That makes sense, yeah.
But for now, Reggie's a solid veteran to have.
Yes.
When you look at the situation we're in. Obviously, he's not Bruce Brown. We got to move past that, unfortunately. I don't know if I'll ever get over it, but
I think that we'll recover.
And I hope we do, but I'm going to go with B.
Fair.
Okay.
Him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good game. Okay, so we already talked about CB, but just give him a quick letter grade.
So I've been grading on what I expect from these guys, which isn't fair. There should be a baseline. I know that. But for what I expect from CB, probably a D.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I'll give a D+.
Yeah. Yeah.
D's get degrees. Sometimes.
He shot 40%, scored 5 points, had a 5-3-2 game, 19 minutes. We got to have more.
Yeah, and I felt defensively he was okay. He wasn't a liability.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. There were some times, you got matched up with LeBron, and it's just tough to expect it. The only guy on the floor, I'm like, that's not going to stop LeBron, in my opinion, is probably Aaron Gordon. Maybe MPJ, if he puts in the effort.
Yeah. I think it's up to LeBron who stops LeBron when it comes down to it.
Yeah, the only person who can stop LeBron is LeBron.
He's the kind of guy you give up 32 and you just stop everybody else.
Yeah, and I remember you sending me a text last night and you were like, if LeBron wants to go to the rack like that every single play, this might go down to the wire.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he didn't do that.
And I know it's not fun basketball to watch, but if that's how you're going to win games,
the point of the game is
put your shoulder down and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one stops him. And not because we're not trying.
I know, right?
The effort's there. I love you guys. The effort's there.
He's like 15 years older than some of these kids, and he's just blazing past them and throwing it down with authority.
Dude, sooner or later, players are going to start saying, "You were my dad's favorite player."
For real.
Not like, "I grew up loving you." You were my dad's favorite player. Like, we're getting to grandpa status.
Dude, how old is he? 38?
Yeah.
Think about it. He plays 2 more years. There's going to be guys in the NBA that weren't even born when he started.
Dude, he shot 62%, 63%, had 21, 8 and 5.
Yeah, I don't think that their loss can come down to LeBron playing bad. I don't.
No.
AD was trash. Reeves was not what they paid him to do.
No.
Reeves was kind of like, he had that moment where he had that steal and a dunk, and I'm like, yeah, that's all you're going to get tonight, buddy.
Reeves would get a grade of a D.
Yeah.
Maybe an F. It was bad.
Agreed. Okay.
He'll bounce back too, though.
Yeah, again, first game of the season, but
yeah.
Any chance we have to punch Laker in the gut, I'm taking it.
I believe we're 6+ on the Lakers in the last 6 matchups.
Yes, sir. All right, Leo, so before we get to talking about giving some grades and talking about the starters, Leo tonight he didn't bring me any rings, unfortunately, but he did bring me something special, and I'm going to put a photo of it on our Instagram, and it is a miniature-sized Larry Brown trophy.
Larry O'Brien. Or you think you coach the Pistons to a couple championships and you get to have the trophy named after you? Let's get out of here, Donny.
Sorry, my mind was on Kansas.
Larry Brown, you coached the USA team to a few losses and you get your name on the trophy. I'm just kidding. Larry Brown, love you, man. Great. I talk like we're buddies.
Yeah.
But yeah, Larry O'Brien.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really cool replica. It even has the weight of a trophy. It's not like some piece of crap plastic.
It's made out of real gold.
Liar. I'm like, we're going to the pawn shop right now.
For $20, I don't think it's made out of real gold, but it was the item of the night, which I'm pretty sure means they're going to sell them for the next few games until they're sold out.
Yeah.
I felt cool.
I'd buy one. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got some other sweet merch.
So if anybody would like to buy a miniature Larry Brown gold ball, they're $60. You can buy them. I'll show some loss.
We should just buy them all. Buy the rest. Corner the market.
A little trophy.
All right. Okay, so let's run down these starters here.
All right.
I thought Jamal picked up right where he left off. He was the just absolute nuisance coming off of screens, coming off of handoffs. And the guy, he shoots the 3, and I don't know the exact percentage, but it just feels so efficiently. When we need that 3, he hits it. When we need that 15-footer, he hits it. when he goes to the lane and he can lay it up. I mean, he last night he showed some agility that I was like, dang, dude, to do that after an ACL surgery, like props.
Man, he is just impressive.
Yeah,
Left and right.
yeah. I give him an A minus.
I give him a B.
Okay.
Above average. I don't know. I might even give him a B minus.
I want honesty.
I thought he played really well, so I don't want to say anything. Do I expect more? Yeah. I would like to see a 25, 5-5 season.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to see. I think he can do it. I give him a B.
Yeah.
Like an 83.
Okay.
83.
Yeah, good. He studied more than half of the class, but not as much as the.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think sooner rather than later, he's going to show that he's an A.
Gotcha.
Solid.
Gotcha. All right, KCP.
I'm going to give KCP an A. Put up 20.
Yeah.
Shot 66%.
Yeah, defensively, he was very solid.
Yeah, he shot 66% from 3. I give him an A. That man can shoot the ball.
Dude, I mean, I'm going to go as far as an A+ on this.
What?
Yeah, I know. Did he have the same game as Joker? No. But I don't expect that from him. And I felt like what he gave me was more than what I expect from him. I love his mid-range game. I think it's it's refreshing to me because it's effective, and I think a lot of guys get kind of surprised by it. But that steal he had in that dunk, I felt like it was a big moment in the game. I felt like it just kind of like solidified, like, okay, you may have your run, Lakers, but no, it's not happening tonight. We're going to be up by 10 with 2 minutes left, and we're going to throw in our scrubs, and they're going to get some garbage time. That's how this is going to go, and we're going to go celebrate with our rings in our locker.
Our scrubs are solid bench guys on any other team. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I say scrubs just because I couldn't think of a better word, so sorry.
No, I think it's a great word.
Okay.
We're not here to make friends.
MPJ?
I give MPJ a C, and I thought that he did not shoot the ball very well. What did he shoot?
I think he only hit 2 threes.
Only 2.
Yeah.
12 points. He shot under what he should shoot as far as an average at 5 of 13, but 2 of 9 from 3. We need better. Just the rebound saved him. And that's great, man. You're not going to shoot well? Hustle.
Yeah.
And he did. I love that.
Yeah, dude. His arms are like 7-foot wingspan, if not more.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
I feel like he could high-five coach on one end and then grab popcorn from a spectator on the other end.
Yeah. The 3-point shooting thing, to me, if he's open and he doesn't shoot, I feel like that's it kind of hurts us more than anything. Mm-hmm. However, he does seem to force a few. And there's been some moments where Jokic is in the post, he's, working it in and seeing if a double's going to come. And if a double comes, MPJ likes to hang out in that 3-point line. Don't get me wrong, like, it's not a terrible idea. But there's a few times, and I remember CB did it last year in the finals, and he would, straight to the hoop. Just dive straight to the hoop.
Work downhill.
Yeah, and I mean, you think about it. CB is nowhere near the anatomy of MPJ. MPJ catching and trying to throw it down on a dive like that from a pass from Jokic is probably going to be a higher percentage than when CB does it. And CB was pretty good at it in the finals last year. So sometimes when I'm like, dude, if your shot's not falling, get to the hoop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man,
you sound like my high school coach.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mac.
yeah, Meg.
Gosh.
I just wish he would understand that you don't have to live behind that line.
Yeah.
I may sound like an old school guy who's like, this 3-point shooting is ruining the game. I love 3-point shooting. And if it is not efficient in your team, you're not going to win the game.
Nope.
It is a requirement nowadays, not necessarily a luxury.
Yeah. It's an expectation. It's a prereq.
Exactly. Yes, he has it. And I know he just had a slightly off night, but he's fine. I don't have this idea, his stroke is gone. And like you said, rebounding, man, it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. When his shot is there, that's a 25-point night right there.
Yeah.
That's 25 points. That's 25 and 12.
25 we needed.
Yeah. And we didn't even need it.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron Gordon.
I'm biased because I love this dude.
Mm-hmm.
So for what I expect from him and his output, I give him a B minus.
Yeah.
Above average, but not so far above that. It was good. It was good, man. It was good play. I mean, 7 of 11, 50% from 3, 15, 7. Okay, well, all right, B plus probably. Let's probably call it what it is. That's great, man. That's amazing. 15.
Yeah.
And I love the 7 and 5 on what's like 75% shooting. I don't remember what it was, but
I'll give him a B plus too. I think he did exactly what we needed him to do last night. I think he's going to have worse games, and I think he's going to have better games. Mm-hmm. But last night he was consistent and still a high flyer. That man can jump.
Man,
Yeah.
dude can fly.
All right, so let's come down to Nikola Jokic.
This is not really fair either. 'Cause
If I'm going to give KCP an A+, I got to give Joker an A++.
really,
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
I agree more with your A+ for
The Joker?
KCP than I would for Joker.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me have it.
It just comes down to expectations. I expect 29, 13, and 11. No, I give Nikola an A. I give him an A, not an A+. I give him a 95.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. He had a couple kind of, I don't know, frustrating turnovers for me.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
And his footwork was a little dancy. But also AD is an elite defender, and we can bag on him all. Me, I'll bag on him all day. But he is an elite defender, and he did definitely put in the work over the summer. It showed. But it's Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
You can't judge AD and his defense based off of arguably the greatest offensive player overall of all time.
He is the most threatening player on offense in the current game. And like you said, you can argue potentially ever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, our guys get a lot of open looks, and not that they're not good guys, but they are very average guys on other teams.
Yeah.
And Nikola is better because of them too. It's the whole squad.
Yeah.
It's the whole unit. So.
Yeah.
But I give Nikola an A, and just an A. I agree with you with the whole turnovers, 100%. It just didn't seem as smooth as it usually is. I'm just talking crazy, maybe. He shot over 50% as usual.
So, who was your player of the game?
Nikola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we needed a bucket. He got it for us. We needed a pass. He gave it for us.
Yeah.
Defensively, he gets worked, but he also creates some turnovers for us.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's Nikola. What about you?
I'm going to go with Jamal on this one.
Okay. Why?
He gave, I think this is a personal preference because I just felt calm when he had the ball. And I just felt like, okay, we're going to be okay here.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay. But I mean, Nicola's obviously a close second. Probably tied for first.
And dude, can you argue AG with 15,
Yeah.
7, and 5? So,
Yeah.
So,
Or even KCP.
If I'm going to be real with you, man, player of the game,
Okay.
Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you why. So, we're doing the ring ceremony, and he boy, scales down
Yeah.
from
Per usual.
the Jumbotron. I thought he had scaled down from like up in the rafters area. And, April was like, that's so impressive. And I'm like, no, there's a track up there. Like, he can just walk. Like, it's not like he's, and she's like, no. He came from the Jumbotron. We would have seen him. So Rocky must have been in this Jumbotron area for a long while.
Just hanging out
Just
up there.
chilling.
Yeah.
And then he just scales down, dude. And enters the arena, and he's getting the whole crowd going as usual. Best mascot in the league. So it was awesome. And also, let's talk about the work he put in. Nails one from half court.
Did he?
His last attempt, right as the timeouts were extroing.
Yeah.
And and
That was good.
Oh,
That took me a second, but yeah, that's good.
And so as soon as the timeouts were over, like as soon as the whistles were blown, boom, off the backboard, nails it.
All right.
Go Rocky, go Rocky, go Rocky, go. Yeah, that was fun.
So he's got, all right, he's just got to make one a game. So he's one for one.
Well, for game, yeah. He missed a lot before.
Oh, yeah.
And at our preseason game, it was definitely practice.
Okay.
We talk about practice. So, shout out to you, Rock Dog. Well, what do you think, Donnie?
I don't know. You want to get out of here?
Let's do it, man.
First, I want to let everyone know that coming up on the next pod next week, Leo and I are going to talk about the Grizzlies game, which is this Friday. We're going to talk about the Thunder game, which is on Sunday. Then the Jazz game, which is here on Monday. So we'll drop that probably midweek next week. And
Donnie,
yeah,
what are your game predictions, your score predictions for the Grizzly game?
I don't know if I have a score prediction. I do expect us to go in there and get a dub. I honestly expect us to win all three of these. I think the closest one will be against the Thunder.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. The Jazz should be a walk. The Thunder will be a test.
An exciting test. That game I'm really excited about. I mean, I'm not a Thunder fan, but as a basketball fan, the Thunder are a fun team to watch.
They
Young
are.
and exciting.
They are. And let's be honest, Memphis is good too. They're also very young. It's just I'm more concerned about the Thunder than I am Memphis. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. We're not overlooking Memphis.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy because this is maybe the first year I can look at a schedule and say we should win every single one of these games.
Yeah. I am worried about Desmond Bain. Dude's a menace.
Yeah.
Great shooter, great ball handler. I don't think that Desmond Bain can carry them to a W.
Yeah. I'm excited to see your boy, Josh Giddey.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
His work for the Thunder, man.
Yeah, and who's that other guy?
Chet Holmgren.
And the other guy?
Oh, their stud?
Stud.
Shea.
Yeah, he's your shout for MVP, right?
He is.
Yeah.
SGA. He's got the committee around him
Yeah.
to help him do it. Yeah.
They've done a solid job of rebuilding.
When it was 4 years ago, then they had 1 million picks for the next million years. Yeah. It's just, you were like, they'll either screw this up or they'll walk this perfectly, and things are looking bright for them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
We want to remind our family, folks, and friends of something?
Everyone, please do not forget to show some us.
Peace.